No other artist in the history of music has been able to have this kind of effect on the world.
The glitter, it has settled, and Taylor Swift has moved on to her next concert venue.
It's very top secret with Taylor Swift, and rightfully so.
The biggest possible show you can put on, right?
The local economies are benefiting.
Swift's Eras Tour has generated more than $4 billion in spending.
How has she been able to change the game with her music, with her fan base?
Is someone to whom a lot of people find it easy to connect.
She has a way of making everyone feel special and connected.
What do you make of the Taylor Swift phenomenon?
It empowers women to feel like they can sort of buy and do anything.
That's a Taylor Swift effect.
She's royalty.
She can make anything happen.
It's the Sports Scoop! Nina!
Yeah.
We got Monday Night Football tonight.
Oh, it's a big one.
It's a big one. You know who's playing?
Taylor Swift's boyfriend.
What is it?
Taylor Swift's boyfriend?
You actually nailed this. I'm impressed with you. It is the New Orleans Saints versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, Chiefs all the way.
You're picking the Chiefs.
Wait, is Taylor going to be at this game? She hasn't
No.
been at the last few games.
Nina, it's a big thing.
Is there trouble in paradise?
No, she's getting ready for her tour. But, you know, she hasn't been there and the Chiefs haven't played great. Like last week, they almost lost to the Chargers.
I'm Kaylee Hartung, and I'm in the unique position of getting to be both a correspondent for the Today Show and also a sideline reporter covering the NFL. And I never would have imagined the opportunities for those two jobs to overlap and intersect as much as they have. Thank you, Taylor Swift.
This is when I actually get access to talk to some of the players. How's the barefoot workout going?
Oh, amazing.
For decades, the NFL has been trying to grow its popularity among women. Why wouldn't they? It's half of the population. The NFL is the most popular sports league in this country. And women, as we see, whether it's the Today Show audience or the NFL audience, they have spending power.
Last year, you saw an impressive financial and ratings bump. To what do you attribute that, and how much of it was the Taylor Swift effect?
I think it was the great competitiveness of the league. We had just outstanding performances, both from a team standpoint and an individual standpoint. But listen, we'll accept anything that brings more attention to the game.
Last year's NFL ratings increased 7% from the prior year. There were a number of different factors involved in that increase, but one piece of that is there were a lot of young women who came to watch games because they thought Taylor Swift might be there.
My name is Kyle Brandt. For the last 8 years of my life, I've worked for the National Football League on the media side. We have a morning show called Good Morning Football that's on every single morning. And we talk about football almost exclusively, except for the times we are also talking about pop culture. So Taylor Swift entering the professional football world was massive for what I do and how I spend my mornings. The NFL's mission right now is expanding audience. It's a huge priority for the NFL because they've got the United States. They own a day of the week. They have everybody in the United States who's interested in football watching. So you see a lot of international expansion. They're going to different countries. They're in South America now. So the idea that we could tap into a new audience of Taylor Swift fans was so perfect, so enticing, and exactly at the right time, and we saw exactly what happened.
There's a very famous pop star you may have heard about who will be in the stands, apparently.
I've heard all of these things.
How do you think that might change brand perception? Listen, you can actually bet on how many times she will be shown by cameras. It's probably like 35, who knows? I got to imagine advertisers are loving this.
I've never seen the kind of impact that Taylor Swift has on the NFL before, right? So when you look at the games that she goes to, viewership from males and females both increase. But also all of the rhetoric, all of the talk in social media that's happening around those games has also increased exponentially because she's there.
These Gen Z young women fans are tuning into football in numbers that they literally never have in history.
The impact of Taylor Swift showing up at that very first football game in 2023 to watch Travis Kelce was, it instantly created this sense of FOMO for everyone. Whether you were an avid football watcher or just a Taylor Swift fan, you needed instantly to get on social media and simultaneously start watching the game.
all this stuff is on social media, and it's very real. And so I think you see not only, viewership is money, so there's an economic effect there, but there's also just an expansion of, I think, a fan base for the NFL as well.
I don't want to see pop stars when I watch my football. That's not why I watch football. I think that was made mostly by insecure single males who can't take that the camera was going to her. They definitely don't have daughters at home, or sons, by the way. It got to the point where there were actual bets being posted with over-unders about how many times would they show her. And I don't gamble on sports, but if you did, you would ride that over and they would get you home.
Well, there's no doubt the Swift effect is real. You know, since she's been on the scene, the volume of bets on Travis Kelce has literally doubled. We're heading into the Super Bowl. He is the most popular for first touchdown of the game, most popular for MVP. But what we're seeing is a lot of women coming onto the platform.
You know, traditionally, the NFL, we want to go back decades, it's the sport of men on the gridiron and Lambeau Field and hitting and Jack Tatum and Mike Singletary. We've now gone from that to the young viewers who are debating, well, do they like, Red or 1989 better? And they're watching the NFL. We've come a long way from Dick Butkus and the Bears. And it's a really cool thing because just when you think you know that's an NFL fan, it's wildly changing, and I actually really do think a big part of it has to do with that pop star. I do.
Before Taylor started interacting with the NFL, 43% of NFL fans were women. When you have something that is identified, at least in media and in kind of stereotypical ways, as being authentically male and very macho, like the NFL might be perceived. And then you have somebody who is defined or identified in the media, super feminine, sparkly. And when you see those two spaces merge together, I think it does, for a lot of people, feel like a big clash or a big culture shock.
To see the intersection of the Taylor Swift effect with the most popular sports league in this country, it's been a perfect storm. It's one that the NFL, I don't think, could have ever anticipated, but it is one that the NFL has certainly leaned into.
Our female audience has grown leaps and bounds.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Think about it. It's an unplanned phenomenon. You had nothing to do with it. It was just, it just happened.
No, that's right. It was purely organic.
This is the most important story I want to share with you. So I work all day, every day in the NFL. I have an 8-year-old daughter who does not want to have anything to do with football. She doesn't want to watch the game. She doesn't want to sit on the couch, not at all. Last January, I'm watching the Chiefs play, and it's the playoff game. They're playing against the Bills, by myself on the couch. I feel something over my right shoulder, and I look, and it's my 8-year-old daughter, and she's kind of looking around the corner at the TV. She's sitting there lurking, and I said, do you want to come over on the couch and watch the game with me? No, I don't. I'm like, all right, it's okay if you do. I don't. But if the Chiefs score, will you call me in really quick? And I go, I will call you in really quick. I will, honey. And so she ran away. Sure enough, Chiefs scored. I said, come here, Evelyn, come here. She runs, did they show her? I'm like, yes, they showed her. Look, I paused it for her. And she's sitting there just looking at the TV, riveted. She would never want to watch 1 second of Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen or Joe Burrow. But just for the 3-second shot in the booth, she stayed, and then she sat down on the couch with me and watched the rest of the game. That was the change happening right in front of me.
It benefits an NFL broadcast to show that Taylor's in attendance as early as possible, because think about all of those little girls who might be sitting by the TV next to their dad watching the game just because they want a glimpse of Taylor Swift. So why not show her at the first opportunity so that some of those fans watching may have a little more incentive to keep watching. There is a conversation in production meetings, and there certainly has been in every game that I've been a part of. But there have been lots of conversations about the oversaturation of Taylor Swift when she's at an NFL game. How many times does the camera cut away to her? How many seconds of airtime does she get? And some decisions have been criticized, others have been praised. And every broadcast team has to have that discussion at this point. When you have one of the biggest superstars on the planet in the arena where you're broadcasting a game, of course you're going to think about how and when do we show her.
My daughter has her eight-year-old birthday party. My daughter turns 8 years old. The theme of the party is Taylor Swift. We got all the decorations and the handouts and the music and everything. I decided I'm gonna be the cool dad for these 15 girls who are coming. I'm gonna wear a Travis Kelce jersey to the party. That's gonna be my thing. I can't get a Travis Kelce jersey. I can't find one. I work for the league. I had to call in favors. I'm like, hey guys, can you send me a large Travis Kelce jersey? They're like, we're out. I'm like, what do you mean we're out? We make them. We're the league. I want a red 87. They're like, we got nothing for you. We can get you a Jason Kelce jersey. I'm like, no, I don't want the Jason. I want the Travis. That a year ago, they could have sent me 10 of them. They have him lying around. And he's a great player. I wore that jersey. Her friends were taking pictures with me at the party because I had a Kelce jersey on. It was unbelievable. I feel like I stole the show from her. My wife's like, you should take the jersey off. It's about her. I'm like, you're right. They were flocking to it. It was magical. I'll never forget it.
Obviously, Travis Kelce was very well known in the NFL and for football fans prior to his relationship with Taylor Swift. The Chiefs had won multiple Super Bowls. But when it came to the mainstream, he was not an A-lister. He wasn't Tom Brady. But after his relationship with Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce is now Tom Brady level famous.
After the first time that Taylor Swift was spotted at a Chiefs game, sales of Travis Kelce's jersey spiked 400%. People were excited to know about their relationship and wanted to be part of that.
Football extraordinaire Travis Kelce, tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, is now searching for love off the field on his new dating reality show called Catching Kelce.
So clever.
You know, I've been very success driven. I've been thinking about trying to be a professional athlete my entire life. So the aspect of really trying to focus off the field has, in like a family aspect, a girlfriend aspect, it's, I don't want to say been a disaster, but it hasn't been what I've needed it to be.
But what are you looking for in a woman?
I've been looking for a very success-driven woman as well, someone that's very focused on her goals and her ambitions in life. And on top of that, I mean, who doesn't love a beautiful smile?
What made the relationship between Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce so special was that it was very different from her most recent relationships. It played out super publicly. From the very beginning, with Travis Kelce talking about her on his podcast, to then her, just a few months later, showing up at a football game and catching everyone by surprise. But little did we know that they had already been dating quietly for a bit before that.
He's saying they are dating?
I think he's putting it out there.
And
I
she
think he's putting it out there.
Yeah.
The ball is in her
He
court.
can also sing.
There you go.
He's actually a good
What
singer.
can he do?
There have been some reports that, that they've been seen together, they've been texting.
Okay, but that makes it sound like he asked.
So
and
he's-
he's waiting for an answer.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay.
I'm sitting there in Los Angeles at the NFL media studios. We're on a big desk doing a big fancy pregame show, and we're talking about Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen and Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes. And Rich Eisen, 2 seats next to me, long venerable broadcaster for the NFL, looks at his phone mid-segment and says, guys, I'm hearing a report that Taylor is going to be at Arrowhead today. And we're all like, whoa, we all stopped and we couldn't believe it. These are these football guys and ex-players and guys like me, and we're supposed to be so excited about the 49ers but there was real titillation on set that Taylor was going to be at Arrowhead. It's all we wanted to talk about. I'll never forget that moment. It felt like something big was happening, and it was.
Anytime that Taylor Swift is attending a Chiefs game, there is no confirmation ahead of time. Every game that I've worked that Taylor has appeared at, we're all asking the questions in the days leading up to the PR staff with the Chiefs, to Taylor Swift's representatives. Is Taylor going to be here? What time will she arrive? And there is very rarely any hard evidence that she will be there. So before every Chiefs game, there is some level of anticipation. Where is Taylor? When will she arrive? And what will she be wearing?
What does it feel like to be a part of the Taylor Swift effect in real time?
Adrenaline. So much adrenaline and just happiness.
Kristen was able to custom make a jacket for Taylor. She sent it not even knowing if Taylor would wear it. And then bam, actually it was on a Thursday night football game. Taylor Swift entered the stadium wearing this perfectly tailored, customized Travis Kelce jacket that you knew had to be the work of Kristen Juszczyk if you were familiar with her designs.
I remember as a guy who is not into fashion, admittedly, when she showed up in that coat with the 87, and we immediately knew that it was Kyle Juszczyk's wife, Kristen Juszczyk, who made that coat for her. All of us have been following Kyle Juszczyk for years. He's a great fullback out of Harvard. He's on the Ravens and the 49ers. All of a sudden, like, his wife was more famous than he is, and he goes to the Pro Bowl every year because she made a coat for a pop star in the stands. That was the effect I recall.
No matter the outcome of the game, Kristen will be forever grateful to Taylor Swift.
She single-handedly catapulted my career. I've been at this for years. When I saw her walk out in that jacket, it just brought me to tears.
I'm Vanessa Friedman. I'm the fashion critic and fashion director of the New York Times, and I cover fashion as a business, as an aesthetic pursuit, and as an expression of political, cultural, and social identity. Honestly, I do not think there is a Taylor Swift effect on fashion. I think Taylor Swift has an effect on how her fan base dresses, but I think it trickles downward rather than upward. She is an accessible person, right? Like, that's part of her appeal. You know, she answers emails. She will connect with fans. You know, if you see her at her performances, she will actually, you know, reach out and talk to somebody in the audience. The way she uses fashion is similar, right? Like, she's all about a friendship bracelet, right? Like, a friendship bracelet is the thing that, you know, girls everywhere make and can make, right? It's not incredibly expensive. There are not huge barriers to entry. And so, you know, when she does something like put a glitter freckle on her face, you know, that's a very accessible way to kind of play with beauty. And it's easy to imitate. So I think that's when you see this incredible knock-on effect of people suddenly wanting to put glitter freckles on their faces. You know, and if you were the maker of a glitter freckle, you know, that is a kind of incredible boon.
I'm Aliette Buttleman, the co-founder of Phase It Beauty. I came home from working out at the gym Monday night, and my fiance ropes me into Monday Night Football every Monday. But this Monday was super special because I look at my phone and a content creator had messaged the Phase It Beauty Instagram account and said, I think Taylor Swift is wearing your glitter freckle makeup patches at the Chiefs game right now. And I guess Taylor Swift had been absent from the last two Chiefs games, so it was a very big deal that she was at the game. And I look at my phone and it's my product, and all of a sudden media outlets are going crazy, reporting that Taylor Swift is wearing glitter freckles, the beauty statement of the year. And I start bawling and I'm sobbing, as 5 million people have seen on the internet now or more. We knew what we were doing the whole time, but to have somebody like Taylor Swift validate our business and say, glitter freckles are cool, all the girls are wearing glitter freckles now, it's really overwhelming as an entrepreneur of what I've sacrificed was finally worth it.
Their baby became so successful like that because Taylor Swift wore their product and because they smartly let everybody know, wow, Taylor Swift is wearing our product. So it was a twofold effect, right? Taylor Swift doing something is impactful, but then a smart brand that knows how to leverage that makes it even more impactful.
It would be a really different story if it was not just a poor team in the league, like if she was dating someone on the Panthers or any other team but the Chiefs, any other team. And it's they get in the playoffs, but it's the best team. It's the standard. It's the biggest thing in our sport. It's so unbelievable that it came to those two together. She's not dating someone on the Arizona Cardinals or the 49ers or the Eagles. It is the best, biggest thing ever in our sport right now, and that's where she landed. It's pretty cool.